Nigerians residing in the US drags the US government, FBI, DEA, Attorney General et al. To court for refusing to release Tinubu's criminal file. Tinubu is gradually becoming a national threat to Nigerians' unity. Hear the news in details. If this is your first time of coming across the Future News, subscribe, share, and like. Tinubu is gradually becoming national threat to Nigerians' unity, and I'm going to break it down as much as possible. Please follow us as we break this down to you. Now, there is an information that the citizens, the residents, Nigerian residents in USA have dragged the US government, including the FBI, DAE, Attorney General, to court for refusing to release Tinubu's criminal file. There's a particular file that the citizens have been asking, the Nigerian citizens who are residing in the US to, they have been asking the US court to release, but because of probably somebody said that maybe Tinubu has promised them to come and, suck fuel or suck crude oil from Nigeria's soil. Therefore, that is what has made them not to release it. The Chief Executive Officer, CEO of Think Computer Corporation, Mr. Aaron Greenspan, has initiated a federal civil lawsuit against the United States government over refusal to release the criminal file of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The defendants in the suit include the United States Department of State, the United States Attorney General, the Executive Office for United States Attorneys, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, the Department of the Treasury, the Internal Revenue Service, IRS, the Drug Enforcement Administration, DEA. The suit, filed at the District of the Columbia District Court with case number 123 CV 01816 BAH, has District Judge Barry A. Howell as the presiding judge. Summons to all 7 defendants have been issued. Trouble started when Mr. Greenspan and his firm Think Computer Corporation, under Freedom of Information Act, subsection FOIA, cost section 05 USC and 552 in an FOIA requested dated July 16, 2022, applied to the FBI for information on one Leandro Edwards, referenced in North District of Illinois drug case involving Tinubu and Moise Adeboyega Akande, but was refused. So, what is the United States covering? What is the United States covering? Why have they refused to release a particular drug case? Yes, we know they have released the forfeiture of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, where he forfeited $460,000 US to the United States of America. But the main case, the main drug case, and what led to what is what Mr. Greenspan is looking for final persecution of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because people are worried and saying, why will US be in support of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, knowing fully well they cannot employ somebody like Osama bin Laden or that popular drug lord to come and run the affairs of their state? But yet, when such kind of people comes to run the affairs of Nigeria, they willingly, hopefully, gladly support that kind of system. These have become a thorn to the flesh of the APC. Greenspan specifically requested for records from the Northern District of Illinois and Northern District of Indiana involving charging decision for the following individuals. Number one, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President of Nigeria as of 2023. Muiz Adegboyega Akande, deceased as of 11/16/2022. Both of these individuals were discussed in the IRS affidavit in Northern District of Illinois case number 193 CV 0483 as having at least committed the crime of money laundering but were not charged in Northern District of Indiana case. So, not just the corrupt case of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but equally the case of money laundering. This is terrible. This is who people are defending every day on Twitter. We are coming to it and I'm going to break it down. And why is Mr. Greenspan requesting for this? We'll be right back shortly. Of course, the trending topic is go and verify. And why is Mr. Greenspan so interested in the case of Bola Ahmed Tinubu? I will reveal to you as you keep watching. Any records from the DEA's Hammond, Indiana or Washington, D.C. offices concerning the Nigerian heroin distribution organization active from approximately 1988 to 1994 or later involving any of the following third parties: Tinubu, Bola Ahmed and Edwards Leandro. This organization is described in a civil forfeiture compliant and IRS-CL affidavit. Therefore, if this case is brought before the international court and this evidence is brought before the international court, Tinubu is not only standing a chance to be unseated from the presidential seat, but he is standing a chance to definitely go to jail. With all honesty, he is standing a chance to definitely go to jail. And that is where the whole scenario begins. This is why they are so scared that Tinubu will go all out to make sure he becomes the president of Nigeria. Tinubu just wants to become the president of Nigeria desperately. Not that he wants to work, but he wants to just sit down there. The same thing that Muhammadu Buhari did in 8 years. That is the same thing that Bola Ahmed wants to do. Just sit down there, just answer the name Nigeria. Answer the name, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But in the case of Peter Obi, he's desperate to see the people happy. He's desperate to see the people, the system, the country work. And people are saying, oh, never, an Igbo man can never be president. An Igbo man can never be president. Well, we'll come to that. Join me as I continue. Again, the request was turned down despite expressing willingness to pay additional fees and enter the maximum amount he was willing to pay. The refusal was followed by more application to other relevant authorities, which met similar actions. Greenspan appealed all rejections up to the Executive Office for United States Attorney. Now, it is now obvious that this whole thing that America is doing not to release this document shows that they are now hiding one of the biggest secrets in history, thereby giving Bola Ahmed Tinubu more chances to rule as the president of Nigeria. But is that fate for Mr. Peter Obi and Mr. Greenspan? According to the politics of Nigeria, are of interest to hundreds of thousands of Americans at least. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not a United States citizen, has never paid United States taxes, does not live in the United States, and is thus not entitled to personal privacy under the FOIA status. So why, even though that he's not attached or entitled to personal privacy under the FOIA status, why is now the United States defending and trying to hold what Nigeria needs to recover their country? In summary, President Tinubu has no reasonable expectation of privacy in the United States regarding his criminal history of Nigerian president, and even if he did, the public interest vastly outweighs his private interests. Bola Tinubu is now the president of Nigeria. Hundreds of thousands of individuals are interested in these materials, and the fact that the FBI has handled FOIA requests about President Tinubu has been the subject of articles in the Nigerian press. This is where this whole case continue to get interesting. We must do everything possible to make sure that this thing reaches the hands of Nigerians. And why I said it earlier, that Tinubu has become the national threat to the unity of Nigeria is that this man is desperately sitting on the seat of the president, not because he wants to do any other thing, but because he wants to take his time to finish Nigeria where Muhammadu Buhari stopped. But more exposition will be done in the future. Thanks for supporting. Peace.